to welcome back. Thank you all for the support that we've received. We are Defying the Dunya. I'm Weam Elmahal and I'm joined with
Demeter.
And today our topic is about religion and culture and how it is living in a society in the West. So you are listening now on Ramadan Radio Wolves Live. Please follow them on their Facebook, Ramadan Radio Wolves, and their Instagram, Ramadan Radio Wolves. And if you're listening on Spotify, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are Defying the Dunya. Thank you all for the support we've received and continue to stream our episodes. So, yeah, today we're going to talk about culture and like how it impacts us like growing up here. So, would you like to start?
Yeah. So, hi guys again. My name is Demeter. And for me, I like this. I think this episode's a good episode because I'm originally Jamaican. So, being a Jamaican revert, it's like there's culture and then Islamic culture, and it's like people don't really understand it. They're like, your parents let you, like your parents allowed you to revert. Like I've never met you. Like, or some people think that like they don't know that I'm Jamaican, so they'll see me and be like, oh, she's Somali or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm Jamaican. They're like, huh, like Jamaican. So I feel like that plays a part in the fact that there's a lot of stereotype that there can't be like Jamaican Muslims, but I think that's because there's not a lot. So even though I do have family members that are Jamaican and revert, so I just think culture-wise, it's just a bit, do you know what I mean? It's just not seen a lot.
It's not normalised.
Yeah. And then it's like separating like my culture and like my religion and like making sure that it works well and stuff. So yeah, like, yeah.
So what would you say, like growing up in a Jamaican household, what were the things like that would differ from, like say, from my household? Because I'm not Jamaican, so,
yeah. You know. Obviously, like, you have, like, food and stuff. You have, like, I don't know, the like music that they do because there has music. For example, I don't know why, but I feel like Jamaicans turn everything to a celebration. So, like, with like, death and stuff, they kind of celebrate. Not celebrating the death, but you don't really make it, like, a sad thing. So, it's something we celebrate for, like, a long time. Like, it's celebrated. But, yeah. And I feel like a lot of Jamaicans as well, they're very, like, they're just Christians. Like a lot of Jamaicans you'll see at a christening, but I don't know, that's just how I view it. I don't really have a lot of knowledge on how Jamaicans go through with their culture and stuff, and I think that's something that I wish I did a lot more. Like I am like in touch with my Jamaican side and stuff, but I wish I was in it more. But yeah.
So like, you know how you talked about celebrating life, I actually really admire that like thing within Jamaican culture where someone dies, they celebrate their life. So have you been to any events like that, and how is it? I'm
trying to think. For like close family wise, I have been to like funerals and stuff, and like it is a celebration. Like obviously you feel sad and stuff, but it does feel nice. It's not, for me, I like that everyone's there. Sometimes you have people that come and you're like, you wasn't here before. Like you don't. Yeah,
you're just here for the food. Yeah, and the music and the vibes.
Yeah, but there is. I like that. It's nice to see that. That's how many people they've touched that have come together to come and like be here for that person and the family. So I haven't had a lot of close family ones, but any of like if my family friends have had like a funeral and I've gone to, it's nice to see a lot of people there to celebrate and stuff. So it does feel nice.
And also, I think I'm aware like music is a big part of Jamaican culture, right?
There it is.
So like how is your what's your relationship with music, you know, Jamaican music?
I do listen. I've been growing up with it. That's why I feel like in the last episode I was speaking about my struggle with like leaving music out and stuff, because my dad, he's a DJ. And we've just grown up listening to. We have people like Bob Marley and stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I
grew up on Bob Marley too.
Yeah, we have those. And then Jamaican music and like the Jamaican culture had a lot of impact on music in the future, like grime and stuff. So it's like it's something that follows on. So it's just one after the other. That's why I think it's a bit hard.
I think like the Jamaican culture is really an integral part of the UK culture as well.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
I agree.
As you said, you touched on grime, and like most artists, they're Jamaican and they bring that kind of element to it. So I think, yeah, we do respect the Jamaican culture a lot. Do you think like there's any morals that you grew up on which you'd just say like comes from the Jamaican culture itself?
I don't know. I feel like, you know, okay, so like just being a good person, I think, because Jamaicans aren't, like, obviously you have some people, I don't know, it's hard because you got to like separate the person from the culture as well. So it's like, it depends on what the person's like, but I do like, I don't know, just being a good person. That's like being happy. Like you see somebody and like, for example, everyone's family. So like I'll see someone I know and I'll call that person my uncle, even though he's not my uncle. Like some other people in other cultures do that, but for me, it's like I actually treat you like you're my cousin or my uncle, and they'll treat me in that way. Like they wouldn't treat me in a weird way. Do you know what I mean? So stuff like just being respectful to people in public and stuff. Treat them like your family, basically.
Yeah. And like even love, like I know you guys use terms like respect and love.
Yeah,
and like
there's a lot of love. Yeah,
it's a lot of love.
Yeah, there is a lot of love. So, but yeah.
So what's the best part of being Jamaican?
The food.
The food. Nah, trust me. Trust me.
I
get you. What's your favorite food? Like your favorite dish?
Just standard. I don't know, curry goat, rice, dumplings and stuff. But it's just nice that that's there. But for me, I feel like there's a big contrast with like what I'm looking at now with like culture. So it's just like, do you know what I mean? It's nice to see. So it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to explain, really.
Is there a lot of halal Jamaican shops, like Jamaican food shops?
No, not really. No, I haven't seen one. But then for me as well, growing up, like I feel like a lot of Jamaicans, they say like we don't normally eat pork. So all my life I've grown up, I've never we don't eat pork. And then we have like, so within the Jamaican culture, we have people that don't like eat other meat as well. So they're just like either vegan or they just eat pescatarians. Pescatarians within like their, I think they have like, I think it's a religion they have, but
is it part of Rastafarian?
Yeah, but I don't know too much on it. Do you know what I mean? But so there's like a lot within it. So I feel like with me growing up, I haven't really had to struggle with food and stuff. And I always used to eat halal food because I know that was safe for me. Like that's how my parents raised me as well. Yes. They go, halal food's safe, like because we don't eat pork and stuff. But some Jamaicans do, but a lot of them they don't. They think it's nasty. But then that's also a link to the fact that a lot of people like in Christianity think that you don't eat pork either. So it's like a balance.
Okay, yeah.
Because they don't know why it's nasty, but you just grow up. Because I never knew why it's nasty.
Some Christians eat pork, some don't.
Yeah, some do. Yeah. But my parents they was like, no, you don't eat pork, it's nasty. So but I didn't know why. It's just something my parents saying. So it's just,
it is. I think, doesn't it give you worms?
Yeah, and my dad would show me videos of like pigs being disgusting. I think that's something a lot of Jamaicans do as well. Like they hear someone eats pork, they'll show you a video of a pig being nasty. So
it's not nice at all. But yeah, you got anything else to add on to it?
No, not really.
No, just proud Jamaican.
Yeah, just
living
proud
in
Jamaican.
the UK.
Yeah, that's a revert.
Yeah. So do you think like as a Jamaican living in the UK, you had any struggles?
I feel like for me, because I'm not darker skinned, I wouldn't really be like, I'm not really involved in it. So I feel like I was too white for Jamaicans, you know what I mean? Like,
really?
That's not what's been said to me, but it's just how I feel, because I have a mixed mum who's lighter skinned and then a black dad and stuff. Like, it probably sounds silly, but for me, it just sounds like I wasn't valid because I don't have two full black parents, you know what I mean? So it's like, no, but then maybe I think that's because of me as well, because I thought I wasn't valid enough because my parents aren't fully black. Like, my mum's not going to understand. She wasn't raised with her black side. So I feel like that's why it's just like within the culture, I've just not known what to do. Like,
does it feel like an identity crisis?
A little bit. Yeah. But then in the same way, I kind of know what I've always, I don't know, I've been surrounded by Jamaican people and my family and stuff. So it's like a double edge.
Even where like you grew up, I'm not going to mention the place, but I grew up there as well. There's a lot of heavy influence of Jamaican culture.
100%.
Yes,
there is a lot of Jamaican culture where I am, which is nice.
So it's a W.
Yeah, it is a W.
It's a big W. But I really liked listening to that. That was good. I think so. With me, I was born in Holland, so the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And then I moved here when I was 6. So it was really, really hard for me to adapt here because I did not know English. Like, I struggled. I used to get violated.
No, I remember primary school days.
It was so sad. Yeah. It was so sad. Like, I'd just answer yes and no. Someone asked me for my name and I was like, no. It was just so like, it took me a long time to actually get in touch with the English language. But then, like, I'm Sudanese. I should have clarified. Yeah, I'm Sudanese, guys. People confuse me for like Somali or Habesha a lot. There was like this woman that came up to me. She's from Ethiopia, and she started speaking to me in Amharic. I was so confused. I looked at her like, "Babe, I'm not from Ethiopia."
How did you explain it? Like, what did you say?
I was like, I'm Sudanese. And then she looked at me, she's like, oh, yeah. But like, you know, Sudanese people and like Ethiopian people, like we're kind of close because of like geographically where we are. So it's like, it's vibes, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, it's not that deep. But so I don't know how like my culture really, I don't think my culture clashed with like trying to integrate here in the UK. But like I just was raised with a strong identity. Like my mom instilled in me, like you're Sudanese, like you should wear it on your sleeves.
Nah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
You
I
should be
get you.
proud about it. Not a lot of people know about Sudan, to be honest, but I don't. We're really friendly people, I would say. Like Sudanese people are so nice. They're so welcoming, and like they embrace you as your own. Like especially with like my friend, she's recently started to come to our gatherings, and she's literally become one of us.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, like I like Sudanese people. Big up Sudanese people.
But I agree, even like with me, like I feel like the community was nice with me. Do you know, like
Yeah,
after I
when you
reverted, yeah,
reverted.
and that I was crying. So I do
Aw.
think Sudanese people are just they're beautiful, man.
We are. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't choose to be another culture.
Nah, I get
Like
you.
I love Sudanese people so much. As for like, I don't know. You know, like I don't think like I was raised any differently from a different culture. Really, you know what's norm? But I can say that. But like what's norm for me might not be norm for you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're Jamaican and I'm Sudanese.
Mhm.
But I would say definitely that obviously Sudanese people, we speak Arabic, so that's like our language. And because we speak Arabic, it means that I feel like it was easier for me to learn Quran
Yeah.
and read. But I don't understand Quran, what it says, because it's like, you know, like Shakespearean English and normal
Yeah,
English. Like
yes,
you
yes,
don't
yes,
really
yes.
understand it. You get it? Like you get
You can
tiny
read it,
words.
but you don't understand.
Yeah. So that was like with me, but like I think it depends. Like different cultures may have advantages and disadvantages when it comes to Islam.
100%.
But the people who aren't like non-native Arabic speakers, right, get so much more reward for like every word they struggle with.
yeah,
They
yeah.
get twice the reward, so it's a blessing in that aspect. But yeah,
No, I get you. That's nice.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking as well, because I forgot to mention, literally Jamaican, we literally, it's not a language, but we have patois, so, but then that's also like a con, because it's just full of curse words and stuff, so you know what I mean, so, but
Jamaican
yeah,
pat was so
it
funny.
is, but I also think it's hard to understand, but yeah, so we have that, and I also agree with like, for people from other cultures, so like, if let's say, I'm trying to think, I don't know, a culture that doesn't speak Arabic, it is a struggle, like, especially for me when I'm trying to learn Quran now, and like, praying and stuff, like, it's going to be hard, because
Arabic is like, it is one of the hardest languages.
it is.
I think it's top 3. Like it's Russian. Is it Russian? I don't know. I think it's Russian. I don't know what it is, but then I know
It
Mandarin
is.
and Arabic are like
Mhm.
up there as well. So, but yeah, I think there's a lot of, I wanna use this time to highlight that there's a lot of Arabs that kind of use it as an advantage and try to say that they're better than non-native Arabic speakers when it comes to Islam, which is so wrong.
It
Like
is.
I don't know why people carry that mentality, because you're tapped. But yeah, so you know, when it comes to like culture and Islam now, how you said that there's not a lot of Jamaican Muslims, do you feel like now that you're a Muslim, Jamaicans see you as any less like Jamaican? Or
Oh no, I don't. Well, I haven't really like been out there like in front of other Jamaicans, but family wise, like it's been easy. So I think that's why it's going to be harder for other people, because I don't know how other families will take it. Like I had people like ask me like, your parents were okay with it, because I feel like they thought like a lot of Jamaican parents are really strict, so they probably thought they'd be strict and like, but no, I feel like they still see me as me. And then if anything, there's just a lot of questions. And I feel like there might be a lot of Jamaican reverts, but for me, it's just something I don't see. So the only time I've seen it is within family. So I think it's just something that I want people to like put it out there more so, because there might be someone that's interested in reverting, but they're scared of like culture wise and being a Jamaican Muslim. Like some people forget that being a Muslim isn't like your race or your culture.
No.
It's a religion.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's something that people need to remember. Like
for sure.
yeah, I think that's one thing as well. A lot of Jamaicans are acceptant of other things. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, certain things they aren't, but religion-wise, they've been accepting of it.
Have you like seen your family adapt to your Islam now? Like, do they do certain things where it's like, yeah, because Demia is Muslim now, we're gonna do this for her.
Now, yeah, obviously because we didn't really eat pork anyway, that wasn't in the house. But obviously, meat-wise, they didn't have halal meat. So my mom started to say as well, like, because I haven't eaten her cooking in ages, because she hasn't been cooking halal meat. She's like, I'm gonna buy you halal meat because we need to like eat together. One of my sisters wants to fast Ramadan, like to support her friend, but I'll help her with it and stuff. So yeah, they've got a lot of questions, and I hope it does guide them. I think that's a struggle as well within cultures. People that come from a culture that don't have family that are like don't know a lot about Islam. It's hard when you revert, because it's teaching them. Do you know what I mean? And like, what if they don't accept it? Like not accept, but like they don't like they don't find it like, so they're not a bad person, but they just don't know that it's the truth. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So that's something that's scary.
That is a big struggle for reverts. Like the people who are closest to you not finding Islam.
Yeah,
I actually can't imagine how it is.
it is. I know. So when I see people say, "I'll say this dua and it might save your mum," I'm like, but it's not gonna save my mum. Do you know what I mean? Like, but yeah. So I'm just hoping.
May Allah guide.
Yeah, I hope you guys, because they do follow a lot of like, they do follow things that I do and like they know that's right, but then there's like, just see the truth. And there's something I think as well, if there was to see like the Quran and how beautiful it is, it would change them as people as well. So it would be nice to like guide them. I think that's something that you'll notice as a revert with like your family and stuff, that they'll probably change if they knew more about Islam.
Have you tried gifting them a Quran?
No, I'm too scared.
Please do.
I'm so scared. Because what if they don't read it?
Then at least you know you tried.
True.
But obviously ease it in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to do that.
Yeah. I was going to say as well, you made a point earlier on that some people think you can't be Jamaican or Muslim. And then, this is so stupid. This is actually going to frustrate me. Someone was like to me, "You're black and you're a Muslim." I was like, bro, are you okay?
It's not a race.
That's what I mean.
And that's what, yeah, because that's what happened to me when the person was like, "Huh? You Jamaican?" I was like, "Yeah." And then they was like, "But you're Muslim?" I was like, "Okay." And they're like, "But you're Jamaican?" He's like, "What are you?" And I'll go, "I'm a Muslim." Like they couldn't comprehend that I was a Jamaican and a Muslim. Like,
it's only the people in the UK that say that though, you know.
Yeah, but then also I think it's again with stereotypes of like Jamaicans skinning out and like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You drink rum, like obviously as it, like that's something that's like rum's alcohol, and as a kid, like if you're ill, you're getting a sip of, do you know what I mean?
You get a mixture of it.
They was like, "How are you Muslim when?" Although just because like I'm Muslim doesn't mean I'm doing that. Like I'm Jamaican, like I'm not doing that. I'm changing. Like, but they just don't get it.
It's like you're able to detach yourself from like the haram aspects of your
and
culture.
see the other and I think that's something as
wow.
well. You get to see the beauty of it, the beauty of my culture from besides the skinning out, jumping and dancing off tables and stuff. Like there's more to it than that. There is more to it.
It's like carnival. Like I can't lie. That is like a big part of like culture, isn't it? Jamaican culture.
Yeah, it is. But and then I feel like a lot of people would probably expect to see me at carnival, but I'm not going to be at carnival. And there's more to Jamaican culture than carnival, do you know what I mean? But that's the only images people have in their mind.
No, they do, but I think that's just because of like how it's been portrayed, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
But I do love the Jamaican. I think with Jamaicans, they're really, really embracing of one another. That's what I really like about them. And I like their food. Like me, I'm the #1 patty eater. I don't care. Like patties are so nice.
Halal patties. They do because I've been growing up eating those patties, and then I realised and looked like, obviously I look out for halal things now, and then I saw and I was like, oh my gosh, my patties are halal, I can actually eat them.
It's the ones from Asda, you know, the one that says halal on the back in black one.
And that's the one I've grown up eating, so I don't have to worry about like changing my tastes. But that I didn't expect to see that as well, actually, like from a Jamaican product. So
how they've tailored it. But there's a lot of people, Jamaican reverts, you know, there's actually a lot now.
I feel like there is, but I feel like I need to see them more. Like obviously I know I have family members that I do have, but they're also male, like female wise as well. Then like I don't know a lot of I think that's what I need to mention more, because there is a lot of male probably Jamaican reverts, but female wise the only one I know is Alia, who's on this podcast. I think I don't think I know anymore.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, same.
I don't know a lot of reverts.
I don't know a lot of Jamaican revert. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
do I know?
I don't even think I know a revert. Wait, no, I do. Actually, I do.
You do?
Yeah, but she's Polish, that was a shock as well. Like having a Polish revert. Like, but yeah, I think she's Polish.
I don't know of a white revert. Like I've seen a lot of white reverts as well.
I haven't,
but like on TikTok and that. But damn.
Yeah.
I really like how like Islam, like it literally unites people from different nations.
It doesn't matter what race or like where you come from. Like it's just, that's why it's beautiful. It is beautiful.
It's like when you go to Umrah or Hajj, you know, like when everyone circles the Kaaba, like you see everyone from different races, tones.
Yeah, and people with like tats and like tattoos and stuff. Obviously, they might have done it before they reverted and stuff. Like, so do you know what I mean? I think it's nice to see that that God will still accept you. You don't think just because you got a tattoo you can't go. Do you know what I mean?
And to talk about the tattoo thing, like a lot of reverts who have tattoos, like sleeves and everything, they struggle with like being accepted into their local mosque, because it's like the imams would be like, you got a tattoo, you can't wait. Okay, I'm sorry guys, someone said if you have a tattoo your wudu is invalidated. How stupid is that? Like it's not even true. Like you see these stigmas and like these stupid rumors or whatever you guys make up, that's what's making reverts go distant from Islam,
Mm-hmm.
because now you're teaching them that their past life isn't forgiven. Like it's actually so
Yeah,
stupid.
it is.
Like,
It is.
Don't get it.
I think it makes, and that's also, I feel like that's with Islamic culture, making it seem like Islam's a bad thing, and like you have to be a certain person to be, like, you could literally be a sinner and still be in Islam as long as you're praying and stuff. Do you know what I mean? But
And
like,
repenting, yeah.
it's like you don't have to be a certain person to be a Muslim.
No, facts. There's like, now talking about Islam, there's a lot of, you know, things that get confused with Islam and culture.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to bring up anything that
For me, I've had people say, like, you know, like how, I don't know where it is, I think it's Dubai, like how women are supposed to like walk behind the men or something. Somebody mentioned that to me.
What?
And because I was trying to explain Islam to them, and I'm like, they didn't understand how a religion can have so much, like, culture can have, like, do you know what I mean, like so much impact on it. So that's why there was doubt in Islam. And I was like, but that's just, I feel like that's just preference and over time. And like, if you read the Quran, you realize that women are very powerful. And I feel like a lot of people from the outside, even me at first, didn't see how powerful women was. Like, we don't see how, like, it's not just men, and women don't have a word. Like, we are we're valued within, like, this, like, religion and stuff. And I think that's something culture-wise that a lot of people don't see. But it's on the media. The media don't really, now obviously they show it, but on the media you don't really show how strong and valued Muslim women are. But yeah.
Islam gives Muslim women rights that, like, no other area can give Muslim women's rights. So, like, if you guys actually take the time to read the Quran, you'll actually see the rights that Muslim women get. Like, even rights in marriages, like, there's a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're not oppressed.
Yeah.
We're actually, like,
and I feel like because
we're
of
not
culture
oppressed.
or like people that don't really take Islam seriously, and that's the only thing that is shown. People think that we are oppressed with marriage and stuff, but it's not like that.
Hell no.
Like, that's what I had to find out and research to see that it's actually, and it's very beautiful,
Yeah.
like the way it's all worded out.
Where do you think, like, people have gotten the idea that we're oppressed?
Media? I don't think we're very, like, we're not shown. Like, obviously, no, it's a double-edged sword. Like, okay, I keep saying that, but basically, I feel like once you're on a path of like knowing and searching Islam, you see the goods of it. But then people that don't know it, they probably don't look into it to see the goods of it. So they only see what social media show. And I don't think it shows that sometimes a good image of us. Do you know what I mean? So it shows the bad side, and then that's, you go back into like a loop, and then you see all the bad things. And then you also have people that spread fake messages. Do you know what I mean? Like fake things. Even Muslims do. Like, they think they know, and they're like the tattoo thing. So then someone that probably looks at Islam and think, oh, like, it's not good, they'll see that and be like, that's it, that's definitely not good, I do not want. So
it's like they take what they see for fact, and they don't take things into context. Like, context is so important, especially when you're reading into a new religion, or like you're interested in any religion. Read the verses in context. Obviously there's some verses that are going to be like blatant with what it says, and there's some verses that is like you need to read into the history, Islamic history of everything.
Yeah,
but we're not oppressed. Like, if anyone listening to this, like, you're a non-Muslim, we're here to tell you we're not oppressed. We're not oppressed. Okay, like, this, no one put a gun to my head and was like, you have to be a Muslim.
Yeah, no one did. Same here. No one told me that. Like, it was God. God guided me.
God guides whom He wills, honestly. And I think honestly, Islam is like the beauty of my life. Honestly, like,
nah, I get you.
It's cool.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if this is really culture-wise, but it's also like reverting for another person. And by that I mean, like, even just like for a friend, so like reverting because your friend's a Muslim. Like, I also like think that other people should revert or like look into Islam because they want to and before God. Like, everything's for the sake of God. You love your friend for the sake of God. It's not really religion, but it's something that's been on my mind because people like, there was like, oh, I would revert for this person, but you don't do that.
Why would you? No, because
don't do that.
You know, a lot of reverts as well, like, they get like this thing where, oh, did you revert for your man, or did you revert because this? But like, why can't you accept the fact that there's people out here that just revert because they think Islam's the truth?
Yeah,
is that really surprising?
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
No.
Yeah. It's been on my mind because I just wanted to like say as well, Islam's more than just reverting for other people, it's for God.
So have you had anyone ask you like, oh, who did you revert for?
No, I just had someone say they would revert for me. And
Wait,
I was like, please don't.
No. A friend?
Yeah, like a friend. I was like, oh, I would actually, no, the person was like, I think you can make me revert. And I was like, but I wouldn't want you to, like, it's something that you have to do on your own and stuff. But like, because I've heard other people ask me if I'm reverting for someone else. That's also why I was thinking, because people thought I was reverting for someone else, and I don't want other people to like, just don't do it.
No,
do you know
no,
what I mean?
no.
So.
There's a lot, like, even when it comes to the prison system in the UK, there's a lot where like, people, like, reverting to stay safe. Yeah. Like, you revert so you don't get,
or
like...
just because other people do it, like, just revert because you actually like it. Don't revert just because you're in prison and you think it, just because it's cool.
But then I don't think that actually happens. I think people can't accept the fact that, like, people actually revert to Islam because they believe it's true. I don't think people actually revert to stay safe in prison or, like, stupid stuff like that.
I think it's a case of you revert in prison but come out and not follow the same things you're following in prison. So I think that's why people assume that they did it just to stay safe. But maybe it's changed. But when you're in prison, you don't have the stuff you have when you leave. So that's why it might be harder to stay on a strict schedule because you don't have that time anymore. You're in the reality. You have to start making money. So it's harder.
I think it's also a way of life, like, to people who've, you know, had a past. So that's why a lot of prisoners are guided to Islam, because Islam is a way of life. As much as it is a religion, it's literally a guide to everything. So, and
that's, again, separate culture from Islam, man. Like, we'll just see the positives of it.
Yeah, because Islam is great. So if you guys need a Quran or need to know anything about Islam, then please do DM us at Defying the Dunya. We are now going on to our ad breaks. So
Are you replacing windows in your home? Here at AK Windows, with over 30 years experience manufacturing and installation, we can provide you with premium and affordable UPVC, aluminium windows and doors, roof lanterns, composite and bifolding doors. We offer a free quotation on all work with our selected range of windows in grey, white and much more. We can also repair window and door locks with glass repairs too. We also supply to the trade. Call today for a free quote on 01902 421 500. AK Windows.
Are you looking for a new challenge? A chance to be your own boss? Becoming a driving instructor is a lot easier than you think. Bespoke training is provided and franchise opportunities with guaranteed results. Or are you looking to get a full driving license? Well, look no further. For a complete package from translated theory classes to driving ability, securing your freedom to the future. Contact us today by calling Ashes Driving School on 07402 362 717. Wolverhampton and surrounding areas. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Learn by taking the right turn.
Mubi Bass Electronics, specialist in car audio and home entertainment. Suppliers of leading brands, Samsung, Sony, and Panasonic. We supply and fit all car audio systems, top brands, Kenwood, Bose, and we're an authorized supplier of Vibe product. Visit our store online at mubibass.co.uk and order today for next day delivery. Mubi Bass Electronics are proud sponsors of Wolverhampton Wanderers FC. Call us today for a free quote on 01902 754 546 and quote Ramadan 20 for 10% off. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Mubi Bass Electronics, specialist in car audio and home entertainment.
Little Dessert Shop, UK's leading dessert franchise, continues to deliver happiness in Wolverhampton. Order from Just Eat, Uber Eats and Deliveroo. Visit us at littledessertshop.co.uk and contact your nearest branch. From all at Little Dessert Shop, we wish you a blessed Ramadan and a happy Eid.
Ready for a new career? Ready to be an engineer? Get ready, get set, get training. Become a qualified domestic gas or electrical engineer with the potential to earn up to 45k by enrolling onto one of our bespoke, accredited, industry-recognised training courses at our purpose-built training centre in Wolverhampton. For more information, visit our website gettraining.com or contact us on 01902 583 941.
It's mega deal time right now at Salsa Grill. Any size pizza, a buy one, get one free, with free medium fries. Any curries with 4 roti, just $6.99. Any single burger meal, just $3.50. Masala fish with fries or a naan, only $4.50. It's all here and much more at Salsa Grill, 27 Broad Street, Wolverhampton. Order on Wolverhampton 312 314 or online through Just Eat, Uber Eats or by searching Salsa Grill Wolverhampton.
Mina Bazaar, one of the UK's biggest collections of Asian bridal wear and fashion. Established for over 25 years, we're now showcasing and taking orders for our brand new catalogue. We have Mina Bazaar's men's bridal wear, We'll be stocking the very best in groom sherwani, fashion kurta and waistcoats. Book an appointment today and get 15% off during Ramadan at Mina Bazaar, 184 Ladypool Road, Birmingham, B12 8JS by calling us on 07970 265 956. Spice up your iftar with traditional spices and flavours from Indus. We go to great lengths to source only the best in Far Eastern flavours, with a wide range of spices, pulses, lentils and essentials for your kitchen cupboards. From our hot chili powder to our range of beans and pulses. Find our range in leading local supermarkets and retailers. Indus, the world's finest foods. Your tyres are essential for safe driving. They're the only link between your vehicle and the road. At Premier Tyres, we proudly stock leading tyre brands such as Goodyear, Michelin, Pirelli and more. We're also your go-to garage for MOTs, servicing, exhausts and all your mechanical needs. With the most affordable prices in town, unmatched quality, knowledgeable and fully qualified mechanics, we will look after your car no matter the make or model. Premier Tyres, Crown Street, WV1 1PX. Call 01902 455 684 or visit premiertyreservices.com.
Every Ramadan, many around the world remain hopeful of your zakat and sadaqah, to see them through their toughest days. That's why your charity not only improves lives, but saves lives. Give hope to millions around the world from your hands, through Muslim hands. Hope is never lost when we place our trust in Allah.
Speaking to you, Mike.
Hello.
And help save lives. Visit muslimhands.org.uk today.
Hello.
This is Ramadan Radio, your local voice, your local Muslim radio.
19. No.
Go to RamadanRadioWolves.com and donate to your local mosque.
She's gonna come in a minute. Okay, 10 seconds. 9, 8. Wait, what the hell am I pressing? Transition. I know. Yeah. 5, 4, 3. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to the second part of our episode. If you're new, please do follow Ramadan Radio Wolves on Instagram and follow them on their Facebook at Ramadan Radio Wolves. Just a reminder that you can call us on 01902 972 150 or you can WhatsApp us on 07440 420 432. So, now that we've talked about our culture,
Before she carries on, guys, hi, welcome back. This is Defying the Dunya. She almost forgot to mention us.
My bad.
Assalamu alaikum to me.
My name's Weam.
And so, yeah. We forgot the introduction.
No, thank you for reminding me. I'm a bit too into my head. Anyways, now we've talked about culture, I want to talk about the UK and struggles we faced as Muslims.
Mm-hmm. And it's still British culture as well.
Yeah, it is.
We still have that with us. So, but yeah.
So, do you want to start off first with a struggle you faced in the UK?
For me, it's just the colour of my skin, I would say. I haven't racially been no one's racially come for me, but it's a case of you are treated differently to other people, and it is, yeah. So that for me, that's just a struggle. But it's not I'm fitting in and wanting to be like other people that look different to me. That's just a struggle I think I've had really.
Damn.
And the clothing, now I would say that's me growing up, but for me now, dressing a certain way would probably it's not normal. So people look at you differently because you're not dressing like everyone else. Whereas now I'm out my head. I don't care what I look like now. I do like to be unique, and I don't like to look the same. So I think that's a blessing. But there's some people that might not be comfortable with wearing their clothing, even to cultural clothing. For you, you might have cultural clothing that you might be too embarrassed to step out in because you might get mocked in it. Do you know what I mean? So it's just okay. That's I feel like us here. You'll probably get mocked.
Yeah.
So yeah.
100. You're stylish though. So anyone hating you for wearing what you're wearing is a bit,
Nah, I get you.
But would you like to touch on the skin color a bit? Because I can't lie, that shocked me. Obviously, it's not shocking that there's racism, but
yeah, no, I just generally feel like people of our color do get treated differently to other people that aren't. Do you know what I mean? I can't say that I have. No, I can't say someone's come to me oh, you're black. But I just feel like there's a lot of there is. You just do you are, and I feel like even uni applications. If someone sees that your name isn't really a normal name, you're probably not going to get much of an advantage than someone that does have a normal British name. Do you know what I mean?
It's
stuff
like
that.
systemic.
Yeah, or like pronunciations of names. Obviously, my name's not very. It's not like a cultural thing. It was not made up, but so it's just obviously because that's something that we have. Like just my name being said. It's not a hard name to say. Do you know what I mean? But like I don't know, just stuff like that. Small things like that.
I relate to the name thing so much because everyone in my life says my name wrong. Like it's at the point where I've told you guys to call me Weam. But that's not how you say my name.
Oh, wait, so how do you say it then?
Surprise.
Damn, plot twist.
It's Weam.
Oh.
So, but then it's like I simplify it for everyone else because I don't want everyone else to be struggling with my name. Just call me whatever you'd like to call me.
100%.
As long as you respect me.
No, I get you. As also, I just feel like if that's your name, you should be proud and be able to say like, no, guys, you say it like this. Obviously, but I'd be too scared to say that. Like,
it's a bit hard to pronounce.
But I used to be that kid at school. If someone's name got mispronounced, I'd be like, no, sir, it's this. Obviously, growing up now, I've been like, I just keep it in, but. Now I get you. Yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah, surprise, guys. I've been putting on a fake character. So with me, I think in the UK, a big thing for me is drinking. Like I don't drink, but then I have a few friends. I'm not going to mention who, but they said to me, "So you've never drank in your life. You never will. I do not believe you." And I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm not here to prove to you that I'm never going to drink in my life." But it's a thing where, like, why can't you believe that I'm so strict on my morals when it comes to drinking? I'm not going to drink. Like, is it a big problem? Is it because it's so integral with your life? It's like you can't, see elsewhere, like, otherwise.
No, I get you.
It doesn't make sense to me.
No, and linking to that, growing up wise, like, having a good time when you're a kid would be spending time with your friends and family, going out, playing something. Whereas now, to have a good time, you have to be out. You don't have to, but, like, a lot of people, they're out late. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's not innocent anymore.
No, it's not. And even like for me, like I thought that's like the only time you're going to enjoy yourself. But it's like finding substitutes. Obviously, because we're not in a place that has like, we don't have a lot to do. Like we do, but we have to travel to go and do something fun or like an activity. So it's just finding substitutes to do that aren't culturally like, yeah, let's go out. Let's. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Wolverhampton's not really like. When people say how's Wolverhampton, like it's not that nice.
It's not. See, but it's still my home, and I do enjoy it because it's just how calm it is. But there's not a lot for us really here.
No, we have to go out to Brum, like if you want to do anything. Yeah,
or like I don't know, we could walk down the road with hijabs on. Someone would probably shout at us. Do you know what I mean? Like we have that. It's not going like, but it could happen. Do you know what I mean? And that's people in other places might not get that. Do you know what I mean? So
because like I don't know, is there a lot of Muslims in Wolves?
I feel like there is. I do think that there is a lot of Muslims. But I feel like, I don't know. I feel like females probably get more harassment than guys do. And by that, I just like, because obviously with the hijab, people have a bad image of us, you know what I mean? So guys, you don't really know he's a Muslim unless he's in the thobe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's very true. And like, linking back to the drinking thing, the clubbing as well, it's like, people can't believe that.
You haven't.
Yeah.
No, I get you. But I remember before I was a reviewer, I was like, I'm like, you're not gonna go. Like, obviously this is before I had knowledge, and I was like, you need to hit the clubs, you need to go. Like, what the hell?
Even the parties.
Yeah, and you kind of like knew obviously you're not allowed to, but I was still there going, we am, and I was saying it a lot, and you still was like, nah.
Yeah. There was this one time. Well, can I just clarify that I've never been so religious, and even when the times where people tell me come to club, come to the party, I wasn't religious at that time. I just didn't want to really party. Like, it wasn't. I've never had that desire to go to party. Do you know what I mean? Or drink. Like, to me, I haven't. If you have, then that's you in it. But for me, I haven't. But there was this one time where everyone, like my friendship group, they wanted to go like. Okay, so they wanted to do an activity, right? And then it involved alcohol. But then because it involved alcohol, they didn't invite me. They didn't let me know, and they were discussing it around each other. Which at that time I obviously felt disheartened because they're my friends, and I'm thinking, where's my invite? Do you know what I mean?
Even
like,
if I'm going to say no,
I know.
But now you understand, like
but I'm so thankful because, like, deep it, if I actually got that invite and I went, and like I could have been tempted to drink
because everyone else is. Yeah, I get you. So it was a blessing. It was a blessing. Yeah, everything does happen for a reason.
Isn't it? Like,
I get you.
So, yeah. Any other struggles that you want to talk about?
No, not really.
Oh, I've got more. Keep us going. So, Oh, this one's a serious one. This one's actually a really serious one. Like, because people don't know I'm Muslim by looks of it, because I'm not wearing hijab currently. Obviously, I just wear it for the show because for the sake of, if I do wear hijab in the future, I know that anything I put out there has me in hijab. But like people approaching you with the wrong intentions.
Because you're like, obviously not a lot of people know about Laura and the Gay, so it's the people outside of the religions coming up to you thinking, oh, she's lame, let me go. Can I get your snap? And like, it's like, it's not the way you need to go about it. No, yeah, 100%. I think as well for me, like actually culture-wise, I started wearing the hijab to like make it known, because obviously people know me as someone they can approach and ask me like, oh, can I speak to you? Can I? But if I feel like with having it on, they're kind of like, oh, so she's religious, like. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like that's what I'm seeing. I think that's what will help me try and keep it on longer as well, is the fact that it will make a statement of like, please don't speak to me, because
I'm so proud of you. Can I just say, like, I'm really, really proud of you. And I actually clocked it, like the times where I do wear hijab and I go out, like I feel like, I don't know if this is just like a psychological game or if I actually feel like I'm being respected a bit more. Like I get you. I just feel like I'm being treated differently. I feel like that as well though. I feel like you won't get approached if you have a hijab on. Even like public service, like drivers or like taxi drivers, Uber drivers, they speak to me with a little bit more respect. You know what I mean? Like, and I like that feeling. Like I like being respected. No, 100%. But even to the extent of British culture wise, my fear was that like you're out and then out with other people that don't wear it, and then you kind of like, but I want to be like them. I want my hair to be out. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully I don't get into that. But it's just not being surrounded by it is kind of scary. So that's why it's really important to have a sisterhood. Like it is. When we all go out, like Defying the Dunya, we're more than just 2, 3, 4 people. We're like a whole group, right? And like when we all go out, like wearing hijabs together, I feel so happy. It fulfills something within me. It's like, I feel like I've got people with me. Yeah. Obviously, I know that when I'm on my own, I do have angels with me and stuff. But even then, it's kind of scary. Or if like I'm with my sister and her friends, people probably looking like, why is she there? Or like, she's the odd one out. You look so beautiful. I'm not the odd one out, but that's how I feel. Like I'm just odd, but I'm not. But so yeah, it's just the way that where we live. That's the only struggle, I think. Just wearing hijab where you live is a struggle. Yeah, because there's not that many people that wear hijab around our age group, to be fair. No, it's not, yeah. But you do look really beautiful in hijab. Oh, thank you. May Allah, keep you steadfast in that journey, and may He help all of us that are struggling. So yeah, I've talked about like people approaching me with the wrong intentions. Yeah. Do you have anything else to add to that? Yeah, modesty not being normalized, which you've kind of covered already. Yeah. Like it's actually not normalized, even though like say I know I don't wear the hijab, right? But may Allah make it easy for me. But that doesn't mean like I go out my way to dress immodest, like really modest. I don't do that. But even if like, because there was times where I'd go out with my friends and we'd go out for a meal and they're all wearing like bodycon dresses and like short midi dresses, and I'm searching on Pretty Little Thing. Pretty Little Thing is not the place, guys. For modest girls, it's not the place. And I'm searching for maxi dress, long sleeves, turtleneck. You know what I mean? But even to the extent, I remember one time we was out and you had a dress on. You was literally there. You was like, guys, I wish I had something to cover this. I wish I had, and that it really did like have an effect on you. And I was like, I didn't understand at the time, but now that I'm like, damn, like because I didn't like what I was wearing. And even for prom, you were struggling because you wanted to find something that was very modest, and then I think you did look very nice for prom. It was cultural, it was modest. It wasn't like everything was out. Do you know what I mean? So it's nice. So hard, and obviously as women, you're gonna want to like. No, actually, not me, but like I understand why women would want to wear something more revealing because it beautifies themselves, obviously. But it's a journey, isn't it? Like, it is a journey. Like that's something I've had to find. Like I don't need to be wearing that I want to wear it. If I was to wear it, it would be for me, obviously. And for me, it's not my cup of tea. I don't like it. I'm not comfortable in it. So why am I doing it? Just to fit in? I don't want to. Yeah, I would rather wear something that I'm more comfortable in, and people think, oh, she does not look nice, because I don't care. Only God can judge me, man. I don't care if you don't think I look nice. I was scared of that judgment too, like when wearing modest, like going out clothing. 100%. Yeah. I'm still scared of it, but I'm kind of like faking it. So like fake it till you make it. So I'm telling myself I'm not scared because there's nothing else I can do. If I'm either scared and wear what I want to wear like nicely, or I wear clothes I don't want to wear and feel uncomfortable. Like there's no way out really. And it feels like a protection when you're covered a bit more, to be honest, in my opinion. It is a protection. So there's another point that I want to touch on, and that is TikToks. So you know how like we are in like this age group where we record TikToks and then we post them, you know, the nice sounds with the reverb songs, and then because you think you look cute and whatever. I think it's a really toxic cycle. And before like I got closer to Islam, I wanted to be an Instagram babe so bad. I wanted to post for everyone else. I wanted to like, you know, wear like nice clothes and post and then have so many likes. But I think the most beneficial thing I did was remove. I used to have like 1,000 followers on Instagram. I removed them all. I removed like 800, and I kept the people that I only knew in real life.
No, 100%. I get you. Sorry to interrupt, but like
Oh,
I've been
fine.
seeing as well, have people on your feed that inspire you or that you're interested in. Don't have them just because you know them or like to impress or because you've got that many amount of followers. It's not. It's like I used to think the same. Like obviously, I still do would like a future within the media and stuff, but I don't care if I don't have 50 billion followers. Like it's more. There's more to life than that. Imagine having that many people watching you anyway, having to worry about what you're saying and stuff. You should feel comfortable. So I literally agree, and I feel like it's as well having the validation of people say, "Oh, you're so pretty," because you don't need to have it off other people. Just tell yourself it. Like it's hard. It is a struggle. But
Don't get me wrong, it's nice.
It is
actually
nice. It makes you feel. It's a confident, like it's a confidence booster. But yeah,
I think that's the thing. Like it made me look within. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't need someone to tell me I'm beautiful. Like I can hopefully tell myself that from within.
Yeah.
So,
or if there was to say I'm beautiful, compliment my soul and my like how I am as a person, not my looks. So I'm more than my face. And
those are the best compliments. Like when they compliment your character and like the person you actually are. Like I don't even care to the point where you guys are complimenting my face at this point, because it's like if you can't see beyond that, then it's like, bro, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you got anything else to add?
On that note, on that like topic, not really. On like, I don't know, like dress, like being around the society and stuff. I think that's just the struggle, really, just being on society and it not being normal. So yeah.
Do you think we'll get to the point where like all these things that we've talked about will be normalized?
I hope so. You know why? I based it off the fact that with TikTok on my feed is literally just Islamic stuff and people trying to get on these. So if a lot of people see that, TikTok is a really big platform to help influence others. So if other people see that, they're gonna want to be influenced, especially from young. It's good to see from young, because if we had this from younger, we'd be different people now. Do you know what I mean?
I wish we had it from younger.
I agree, but then at the same time, I don't think we would have found or like appreciated it as much as we are now. Do you know what I mean? I think this is the age you start to appreciate things a lot more. So finding it now is a blessing. But even then, it's nice to implement with other people from younger. So hopefully that can happen. And then the next generation is more like, I don't know, they're more understanding and you can step out in something cultural and not get laughed at.
I can't wait for that too. I mean, by the time that happens, like I don't know. I don't really wear a lot of cultural clothes, but we have a thing called. Wait, what is it called? Wait. I think it's called like. It's not in a bio. It's not in a bio. Oh, I forgot what it's called. Damn. But it's like I know Somalis have it, and it's called a. Is it called a dirak? Yeah, dirak. So it's called a dirak, but then it's like the same thing in Sudanese like culture. And it's like these long abaya things are so comfortable. Oh my gosh, they're so comfortable. They're like the best thing to stay in. And like, if I wanted to go to the corner shop wearing that, I'd feel like I'd be so judged.
No, 100%.
Especially like wearing a bonnet as well. Like even that.
Bonnet for me is a big drag. I can go out in a hijab, but a bonnet, that draws too much attention to me.
Yeah.
I hate it. Oh my god.
Because there's that stereotype of it being ghetto. Or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, bro, who told you it's ghetto?
But yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. I feel like for me now it's more of like culture with like marriage and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Not even, and like how to approach that type of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, like here.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it
is.
still.
It is. Like, no, I'm not like, I don't know, like, so for example, like, I don't know how I would approach my wedding and stuff when I've got a DJ dad who would probably want to be like, I'll DJ for you, do you know what I mean? Or like family that are very, like, they'd probably want music there. Or like, for example, I'm saying this because like my family that have had weddings or christenings or stuff like that, like, so okay, for a christening, do I not go? Do you know what I mean? Because I don't, but like for us, it's a case of like, or do I go to the after part? But then it's like I'm picking and choosing, do you know what I mean? But I've never actually gone to a christening and believe, oh yeah, they're being like, do you know what I mean? It's just a case of you just go because it's your family. It's a step. It's a big step. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it really does depend on the individual, but I'm pretty sure I hope your family would understand. Like,
I think they would understand, but then like for me, it's just hard. I think that's the struggle I'd have family wise as well. Just like family things like parties and stuff. Like, I do want to be. I am a family person, and I did love like growing up. Like that's the only way we always like everyone's there at the party, so it's the only time you see everybody. But it's like, how do I work on that as like a Muslim person? Do you know what I mean? That's trying to like be better. Like I don't want to listen to music, but if I'm in the party with my family, the music's going to be on. Like,
true.
Do you know what I mean? So,
but like, I mean, you can help being there or not, but then it's not
true.
you who's playing the music. Do you know what I mean? So I see both sides of it.
It's just a struggle. I don't want to do like intentionally be there knowing that it's not wrong, because it's nothing bad, but it's just like that. Do you know what I mean? Like I do, and I have family members that I don't see because they are Muslims, and they don't go to those things. So it's like, is there a reason why? Like, am I supposed to be doing that same thing? So
how about you get together with them and like throw a hello celebration or something?
I need to do something like that. I need to see more, like do more research and stuff like that as well. But yeah, even to send for my future wedding, I don't know how I'm going to approach that yet. Like, obviously I'm not getting married anytime soon, but like how I do that, because I have a big family, so it's like a lot of people they are going to want to be there for that celebration. Like, I'm the firstborn, do you know what I mean? Like, so it's just stuff like that.
Do you think they'll still show up in like numbers if
100%? I do think they would still show up. I think so, actually. I think it would be different, because there's no after. What's the after part going to be? You just sit there in silence, and do you know what I mean? Like, cause that's what I'm just what I've known or seen. Like, there's always an after part. Do you know what I mean? Like the celebration part, and the kids and everyone's around. So it's just like how I'm going to approach that. Like, it's different to everyone else.
You have nasheeds.
True, we do.
You can put them on some good nasheeds. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true. It's just scary, but it's something that I just have to find on my own.
I'm the same. Like with Sydney's weddings, we're known for like our music. Like we're known for our music. Do you know what I mean? Like, we have music, and like with the way we go out in weddings is like crazy. We go all out, and like it's I don't know. Like, it's something I have to think about myself.
It's definitely, again, it's linked with culture and religion. It's kind of hard to separate, but it's separating them both and like prioritizing one.
It's
you know
so
what I mean?
hard,
like,
honestly.
It is hard. And for example, like, I don't know, like family members that smoke and stuff, like within the Jamaican culture, smoking is like something that's done a lot. So imagine if like my family members are outside smoking, like at my thing, it's like, I don't really want you to do that. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So like,
damn.
It's like, how do I say, oh yeah, don't you come to my wedding, but you can't smoke.
Imagine smoking outside in the car. That's a crazy scene.
It is a crazy scene.
Damn. But then I think if you just let them know how much Islam is an integral part of your life, and like how valuable it is, I think they wouldn't mind not smoking a little spliff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think they would come and do that.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of just like, because I don't know how it's going to go. I'm just thinking of things to like.
It's already written for you if you think about it. Like, this whole conversation about how your wedding's going to turn out and plan out, it's already like, it's already written.
No, 100%.
So, you know, let's hope. Just hope it's the way you want it to be.
Yeah, but even as well, like what do like people do for like family members that have normal, like, because it is technically a Christian wedding. Do you know what I mean? Do you still attend? Do you know what I mean? Like when they're doing their vows and stuff, like
I
don't get how it works.
I'm not speaking from an area of knowledge, right? But I would think like there's nothing wrong with attending. You don't believe in. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't take you out the fold of Islam if you attend. You're not believing that. I don't know. Oh, I really don't know.
But it's no different to them coming to mine.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Nah,
these are the questions and stuff that I need to like.
Yeah. Like, you don't actually think about these things until you approach that time.
And I wouldn't have thought about this until I had reverted and looked more into Islam. Like, I would have thought of having a normal wedding. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's like you judge every part of your life now. It's like, damn, that's actually tough.
Yeah, 100%. I'm trying to think. What else?
There's 15 seconds left till the ad break. So when we come back, we're going to be answering some questions, because you guys, thank you so much if you're listening and you actually dropped us a question. But yeah, ad breaks are coming on now. Thank you, and join us shortly.
Are you you replacing windows in your home? Here at AK Windows, with over 30 years experience manufacturing and installation, we can provide you with premium and affordable UPVC, aluminium windows and doors, roof lanterns, composite and bifolding doors. We offer a free quotation on all work with our selected range of windows in grey, white and much more. We can also repair window and door locks with glass repairs too. We also supply to the trade. Call today for a free quote on 01902 421 500. AK Windows.
Are you looking for a new challenge? A chance to be your own boss? Becoming a driving instructor is a lot easier than you think. Bespoke training is provided and franchise opportunities with guaranteed results. Or are you looking to get a full driving license? Well, look no further. For a complete package from translated theory classes to driving ability, securing your freedom to the future. Contact us today by calling Ash's Driving School on 07402 362 717. Wolverhampton and surrounding areas, follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Learn by taking the right turn.
Mubi Bass Electronics, specialist in car audio and home entertainment. Suppliers of leading brands, Samsung, Sony, and Panasonic. We supply and fit all car audio systems, top brands, Kenwood, Bose, and we're an authorized supplier of Vibe product. Visit our store online at mubibass.co.uk and order today for next day delivery. Mubi Bass Electronics are proud sponsors of Wolverhampton Wanderers FC. Call us today for a free quote on 01902 754 546 and quote Ramadan 20 for 10% off. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Mubi Bass Electronics, specialist in car audio and home entertainment.
Little Dessert Shop, UK's leading dessert franchise, continues to deliver happiness in Wolverhampton. Order from Just Eat, Uber Eats and Deliveroo. Visit us at littledessertshop.co.uk and contact your nearest branch. From all at Little Dessert Shop, we wish you a blessed Ramadan and a happy Eid.
Ready for a new career? Ready to be an engineer? Get ready, get set, get training. Become a qualified domestic gas or electrical engineer with the potential to earn up to 45k by enrolling onto one of our bespoke, accredited, industry-recognised training courses at our purpose-built training centre in Wolverhampton. For more information, visit our website gettraining.com or contact us on 01902 583 941.
It's mega deal time right now at Salsa Grill. Any size pizza, a buy one, get one free, with free medium fries. Any curries with 4 roti, just $6.99. Any single burger meal, just $3.50. Masala fish with fries or a naan, only $4.50. It's all here and much more at Salsa Grill, 27 Broad Street, Wolverhampton. Order on Wolverhampton 312 314 or online through Just Eat, Uber Eats or by searching Salsa Grill Wolverhampton.
Mina Bazaar, one of the UK's biggest collections of Asian bridal wear and fashion. Established for over 25 years, we're now showcasing and taking orders for our brand new catalogue. We have Mina Bazaar's men's bridal wear. We'll be stocking the very best in groom sherwani, fashion kurta and waistcoats. Book an appointment today and get 15% off during Ramadan at Mina Bazaar, 184 Ladypool Road, Birmingham, B12 8JS by calling us on 07970 265 956. Spice up your iftar with traditional spices and flavours from Indus. We go to great lengths to source only the best in Far Eastern flavours, with a wide range of spices, pulses, lentils and essentials for your kitchen cupboards. From our hot chili powder to our range of beans and pulses. Find our range in leading local supermarkets and retailers. Indus, the world's finest foods. Your tyres are essential for safe driving. They're the only link between your vehicle and the road. At Premier Tyres, we proudly stock leading tyre brands such as Goodyear, Michelin, Pirelli and more. We're also your go-to garage for MOTs, servicing, exhausts and all your mechanical needs. With the most affordable prices in town, unmatched quality, knowledgeable and fully qualified mechanics, we will look after your car no matter the make or model. Premier Tyres, Crown Street, WV1 1PX. Call 01902 455 684 or visit premiertyreservices.com.
Every Ramadan, many around the world remain hopeful of your zakat and sadaqah, to see them through their toughest days. That's why your charity not only improves lives, but saves lives. Give hope to millions around the world from your hands, through Muslim hands. Hope is never lost when we place our trust in Allah. Hold on to hope and help save lives. Visit muslimhands.org.uk today.
This is Ramadan Radio, your local voice, your local Muslim radio. Go to RamadanRadioWolves.com and donate to your local mosque.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to our last and final part. So we are Defying the Dunya. Please follow us on Instagram at Defying the Dunya and TikTok and our YouTube. And we're also available on streaming platforms such as Spotify, Amazon Music and Apple Podcasts. So please do also follow Ramadan Radio Wolves on Facebook and Instagram. So I asked on our Instagram, what are the struggles that you guys face, our audience, when it comes to the UK and like Islam? So we're going to read some responses out. We've got a lot actually. So
yeah, we did have quite a few.
Really
Thanks
fun.
guys, like we appreciate it.
First one, people trying to push haram things onto you.
Damn.
Do you relate to that?
I do relate, but like it's okay for me. I relate for before I reverted, so it's like people. For me, I relate to this a lot because I have like people that knew I was interested, but still, because I at the time I am someone that can get like not peer pressured, but I'm silly. Like I'm a silly person, so I'll be like, yeah, you know what, YOLO. Like obviously now I've kind of maybe calmed down a bit. I don't know. So that I do understand you, like people trying to push haram things onto you, but it's kind of like if you can't control it and you know you can't say no, then don't speak to that person. But if you like, not even don't speak to. I don't know how to.
Maybe
tell you what to
distance
do,
yourself.
yeah, or like just tell them how you feel. Like say like, please don't do that to me. Like don't push it onto me because, like it's not what I'm trying to do.
Fact, even if you know like you're someone who easily gets peer pressured, like Demeter said,
Yeah, like me.
say don't tempt me because I'm actually gonna do it. Do you
And
know what I
it's
mean?
not to blame the other person because it's you. It's your self control.
Yeah.
So it's a case of if they're trying to push it on you, you're the ones doing the action. So you can't blame that person because they're gonna feel okay to tell you to do it if you're doing it. So you also got to make sure you set the boundaries and show them that you're not gonna ease into like stuff like that, so they know not to push it onto you. Do you know?
Would you cut like friends off who would push you towards sin?
If I've spoke to them and they're like, if they didn't have an understanding, so if they don't know that I don't want to like do that stuff and they're still pushing it onto me, then I'd be like trying to distance. I'm a person that will ghost people anyway. Like I don't know why I'm bad at that. I need to stop. I've lost so many friendships just from not speaking to people. But it's a case of like it's a communication matter, and because if I don't communicate, they're not going to know. So, but if when they are saying do this, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. They're going to feel comfortable. So it's having the boundaries and setting the boundaries and speaking to them about it. And if they know how you feel and they're still trying to push you towards doing bad, then you just got to distance yourself and like explain. And even then you can tell them. You don't have to, but you can say like, I can't really like be around you guys because you're not doing things I want to do. Like communication's key because if they're your friends as well, they'll understand. Like you don't be scared because your friends will understand that. So yeah.
And if they still push it onto you, then maybe cut them off.
Yeah,
like you go through the communication and then like, distance yourself, but they're still pushing you, just cut them off.
Yeah. But they've got to know. You can't just cut them off. They might, obviously they should know, but they might not. So you just got to let them know. You can't cut them off just because, just let them know, man.
That's good advice, actually. Do you want to read the second comment?
Oh yeah, being accepted in a job. Oof. Damn.
I'm guessing this is because the sister wears hijab.
So she feels like because she wears it, she wouldn't be accepted
to the job.
Whereas I feel like nowadays, because I was explaining to my cousin about my job, like I'm not doing it anymore, but I was like, praying and stuff. And then she was basically saying like the rights I have about praying, like you're allowed to. So like even if you're worried about like not being able to pray because like your job says, you're having too many breaks and stuff, like it is a right for you. You're allowed to do that. So
I'm sorry, if Karen can go out for a quick 5-minute fag break,
yeah,
I can pray.
So yeah,
do you know what I mean?
But it's also finding jobs that I think being accepted in the job, you're going to want to like go to the job you've been accepted to because it's so hard to find a halal job. Do you know what I mean? So
I want to actually emphasize on that point. So before I worked in New Cross Hospital, I actually worked as an agent, like a waitress agency. Yeah. So like, there's a lot of tipping. There's a lot of drunk men. There's a lot of music, free mixing. Like, I can't lie, my experiences working in that job was terrible. Like,
no, I get you.
So it was
I was doing the same thing as you. For me, I'd have different ones because we would all work with each other, like my friends. So we'd make sure. But again, even then, like the case of serving alcohol, obviously I didn't know at the time because I was still learning about Islam. Like, you're not supposed to. But even after I did find out that it's a job that I haven't really been doing, like.
Bro, when the alcohol like spilled on me, I felt so disgusting.
I get you. Like, it doesn't feel clean at all, and your feet hurt. You're not even enjoying yourself. You might as well do a job that you enjoy yourself doing. Then
very true. So, yeah. And I felt like I was being objectified as well, because as a waitress, they only put the girls in the boxes.
No,
do you know what I mean? Like,
see, I can't relate to that, but I do get how you feel.
It was terrible, I swear to God. But that's why, to any listeners, if you feel like your job is a haram job, like, try leave it, and don't say like, how is God going to provide me with the means of finance or whatever? Because if you leave if you leave haram for halal, you would definitely
trust me, that's me, right? Because I haven't like left, but I've not been accepting the jobs and stuff, and they probably will kick me off, but I'm still living, I'm still providing for myself, I still have, and that's because God's allowed me to do that. So don't be scared, like, everything happens for a reason.
They cut me off a long time ago. I don't even get the ping.
No, they cut me off. There's no new notifications. No, they cut me off, and I was like, I need this. I begged to go back, and now I don't.
Do you know what I did though? Okay, so there was an instance that happened, and then after that, I knew I wanted to quit that job because that job was not for me after that situation. So they contacted me and they were like, okay, cool. We know you don't want to work with alcohol now, and we understand your reasons. So all the shifts they used to send me was KP shifts.
Oh my gosh.
KP, guys, is kitchen porter. So basically, say like when there was big events that were happening, like Christmas Day, New Year's, and like they do bougie meals. I'm telling you, like they put, the meals, where you just drizzle like a tiny bit of sauce and you put a pea on it. You call it like a main dinner. Yeah, so there was a lot of dishes for me to wash and clean. Because I told them I didn't want to work with alcohol, and that was the only
violation. That's actually a violation. I never would ever. I wouldn't do that.
Of course, your girl was down bad. Like, she needed that money, so she accepted that shift. But it's such the reward that I get from that. Like, that's the only thing that kept me going at that time. But I left that job a long time ago. So I'd say to you, sister, like, don't worry about having like not being accepted to a job, because that means it's not written for you. You might find a job that's better than you. Yeah. Better for you.
I also saw a video saying you'd rather like have low income but it's a halal job than have a high income and it's a haram job. Like, I would rather that as well. And that's how you should have that mindset. Even if it's not the best, like, do a pro and cons, like make sure. So, yeah.
Your akhirah is way better for you than this dunya. Wait, it's my turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just checking. People automatically thinking Muslims are bad.
I think we kind of spoke about this earlier on, about how society's kind of like, not society, but like social media doesn't portray us as good people. And I think it's a case of they just have to, like, you have to read, you have to like seek knowledge. And that's what I did, because I didn't really have good example. Like, obviously I had good example of friends wise, but of like Islam as itself, I had to do that on my like search or like ask questions. And it's something you're always going to have someone that's going to like think Islam's bad. Do you know what I mean? Like, have a bad thing to say, but it's the case of they need to be found, like, not found, they need to find Islam, like they need to stay woke basically. But if anything, if that's how people treat you, you kind of just need to make like pray for them. Do you know what I mean? Make dua for them, like hope God can show them like that it's not, that Muslim people aren't bad. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Surprisingly, I've not actually had an experience where I'm trying to double check myself, because it doesn't make sense to me, but I don't think I've had an experience where someone was like, oh, you're Muslim, you're bad. I mean, obviously there's certain prejudice or discrimination, or like, you don't drink, you don't party. But like, I don't think anyone's blatantly thought that I was bad because I was a Muslim. But I know this doesn't go to like invalidate everyone else's experiences. I know it can happen.
I don't think if someone thinks Muslims are bad, I don't think they would openly say it to you. Like, that's not just you, but because it's a case of as well, by bad, whereas I see that as people saying it's too strict. just because you can't drink. And like, I feel like people think that Muslims are bad because we don't do all this normal stuff, but it's a case of the normal stuff isn't good for you. Think and again, think of haram. Yeah, it's harm. It's that signed it out as harm.
That's sick.
Seeing the beauty of that, but obviously someone that isn't a Muslim is not going to see it like that. They're going to think you're just not allowed to do that because it's like, do you know what I mean? You can't have fun. Like, so I think that's why people would have that stereotype that we're bad, and it's not normal. So because it's not normal, people automatically think it's bad, but it's not. So
because it goes against like society's norms.
Yeah, it does, and that's just, I think it's where you live. So British culture and stuff, it's probably a lot harder.
Oh, this is why I actually like want to move to an Islamic country.
Yeah, same. I want to as well.
Not now, like.
But in the future, it would be nice.
It would be nice.
Well, you just got to ignore people that think Muslim people are bad. Like I'll show them, like educate them. So yeah. Oh, is it me now?
It's you.
So, mom having the best prayer rooms at work, school.
Not. She meant not.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
A bit of autocorrect.
Not having the best prayer rooms. I understand. Like, I feel like actually I don't understand because I wasn't a revert. I didn't revert until after school. But from seeing the prayer room at school, it wasn't bad for me. So I don't really know what to say for that. But I mean, as long as it's still a prayer room, obviously I feel like if it's comfortable and it's nice, yeah, you're going to want to pray in it. Whereas if it's not nice, you're not going to want to pray. So I understand where they're coming from, but it's a case of you kind of like speak it up, like have a conversation with the people at school. Like if a bunch of you as well, it's more impactful when there's a lot of you that have an issue with it. Whereas it's just one person, I'm not going to take you seriously.
That's true.
So, but yeah, I think that it's sad though. It is sad. Same for work. I don't know how I would go across it for work.
I know, those plastic portable mats that you guys can take in a bag. I'd advise you to get one of those. And I know, like, if you go uni, like, there's some unis, like BCU, that have nice prayer areas. Like, they actually put the time. And even the wudu areas as well, like, it's sick. So definitely, I'd say, if you're looking into a school or a job, research the prayer facilities. Like, make that your priority.
But for work though as well, if you work somewhere where let's say it was retail, a lot of people pray in changing rooms. Like it's scary, but like, again, if you have like the plastic, like not plastic, but you know what I mean, the portable. Is it portable? The prayer mat, like you said, yeah. Then you can kind of take it into a changing room and just do that. That's just like a retail thing. Like try and find a way to pray somewhere better if you don't like the state of your prayer room.
I agree. Being seen as too religious.
I hate this so much. I hate it.
Oh my gosh.
And you know what? I think I hate it because I used to say it about other people. Like before, like I was like, I'd be like, that person's just too religious. And then now that I am looking into my religion, it's like you can't be too religious. Even if they are too religious, it's not a bad thing. Like look at it, that shows how beautiful their religion is. Do you know what I mean?
That they're following it.
They're following it. It's that strong that that's what they want to do. Like. People say too religious is like it's an insult, but it's not an insult.
Have you been told you were too religious?
No, I haven't been told I'm too religious. Sometimes I just feel like that's how people think. Well, that's just because I feel like maybe because that's how I thought about other people, so I just think about that for me. But I think I hate it when people say it. Like
I've been told so many times.
I think I've thought that about you.
About me?
Yeah, like but that's because before I had knowledge, before I was woke, guys, I probably was thinking like she's just too really like have fun, live life. But now that you are living life, we are having fun in a way that's good for us. Do you know what I mean? It's like
no, but this is the thing. People think I'm too religious, but if you guys knew what I did, you wouldn't think I'm too religious. Like,
okay,
I like
it's judging a book by its front cover, though. I personally think,
yeah. Do you know what it is? It's because with my morals, like I know not to cross a boundary with certain things, but then because my morals are so strong, my boundaries are there. People think I'm too religious, but me and like my other like best friend. I don't know if she's going to be listening to this, but she's Christian, right? But we both get that we're too religious.
No, 100%. I used to say it about her as well.
Yeah.
I used to say the same thing. And even then now I see that it's the beauty that at least she's following something. She could be out doing bad things, going clubbing and stuff, but she's not bad things. I don't want to sound like that guy that's like, you're going clubbing, you're so bad. I'm not trying to sound like that
I don't
want
to sound like that too.
Yeah, I'm not because I can't judge you, but like...
Because we all go through it.
Yeah, we all do. And but for me, I see her journey... Even if it's not the same religion as me, she's still following something. She's still...
That's why I respect her so much. Same. And that's why I formed such a strong friendship with her. Because I knew from young, like we knew each other since year 4. I knew from young, this girl, she's strong on her morals. And obviously it's so easy to be swayed in this. Don't act like we don't get tempted. Of course we get tempted, but like that's why we have the morals in place. But
and if you are seen as too religious, that's good. Like, it's not a bad thing.
No, not at all. What was it that made, like, obviously you can answer it because you thought of it like that before you reverted, but what was it that made you think like I was too religious?
I don't know. I just feel like because you wasn't really, not even a case of like too religious, but like you wasn't really doing things that everyone else was doing. So I was just like, damn, like that's what religion does to you. Like, obviously I had like society's mindset and stuff, and then like she prays or like she does this at home, like she's very like, and even then I kind of not envy, but maybe it was like a thing like you were put together and I wasn't, so I was kind of like, she's so religious, she's put together. But obviously like, I don't think those thoughts anymore at all. Like,
no, I look at you and I'm like, bro, I wish I was you, like you.
That's how, like, I think maybe part of me, because I didn't really understand, but like now I kind of understand that it's more to it, and I understand why you was the way you was back in school.
I'm so glad
I wish I understood more. Do you know what I mean? Because and don't judge a book by its front cover, man. Like,
because look at you, you're the one that's like actually practicing proper well now, like mashallah.
Yeah,
and I'm looking to you. I'm looking up to you because wallahi lazim, God knows the way I admire you so much for the way you've been so consistent with your salah, because it's so hard to be consistent, and like it's something that I can struggle with. So
anyone can, I feel like anyone, but it's vice versa, man. I always come to you for questions, so
that's kind of cute. Not last question, we have quite a few more to go.
Wearing hijab and trying to dress modestly without being judged. Listen, you're always going to be judged, and that's something I'm still processing, because I'm so scared. Like, with wearing hijab, I'm scared that people are going to judge me, they're going to see me and think something different. I'm so scared, but at the same time, it's just something you got to remember. Only God can judge you, and it's not really that, I don't know, it's just something you have to like just ignore. Do you know what I mean? Like, ignore people judging you, because I've fell in love with modesty though. Like, when I see it on TikTok or like on social media, somebody wearing something modest, I think it's beautiful. So as long as if you feel beautiful and you can feel comfortable in it, it's fine. Do you know what I mean?
So like with me, I actually do struggle with modesty. With like, I just think of it as, would I rather be a slave to society, or an obedient servant to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And it's like I'm constantly fighting that idea, because if I don't wear hijab, it's like, yeah, you're so pretty, society finds you so like beautiful. And then if I do wear hijab, it's like, yeah, I'm being obedient to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but like no one's gonna find me attractive.
But even then as well, having hijab, think that people that wear hijab are very religious, and there's people that don't wear hijab that are really, really like, hijab doesn't just justify you of like who you are. Do you know what I mean? So even like with that, like, and trying to dress modest, like even if you're out and someone judges you because you're not dressed modestly, they don't know what you're like. No. They don't know. You could be a good Muslim person. You could be trying to change as well. So it's a case of, as long as you're trying to change and the intention's right, like.
That's so true, because like right now I'm not wearing hijab, but it's like I wouldn't think I'm not religious, because I go out of my way to like teach deen and like. But obviously this isn't to say and justify that, you know, hijab isn't forced, it's not mandatory. No, it is mandatory, but obviously
it doesn't define you as a person. Like, just because you don't wear it doesn't mean you're a bad Muslim.
Not at all. No. But may Allah make it easy for all of us. We have 4 comments left to go. I think we can fit in 3 before the ad break. So, the only cultural issue is the fact that it's predominantly Christian Jamaican principles. I think this is a Jamaican revert, and he's talking about how he's finding it hard with Islam, because, as you said, that Jamaicans have that fundamental Christian principles.
Because that's what I think as well. But then it's also a case of, it's hard as well when growing up as a Jamaican, where your parents aren't really like that. You say you're Christian, but you're not going to church. You don't have that like pattern of your religion. I was at a Christian school and stuff, and I knew like there was a God, but it's just like not being taught those things. So it's hard. I do understand like where it's coming from, but
oh my God, you just reminded me of a story. So when I first came to the UK, I've explained how I didn't know how to speak English. So I think my mom, she made it so clear when I went to primary school, look, my daughter's a Muslim, don't do anything, because it was a proper Catholic strict school. Yeah, it's proper Catholic school. Guess what they did to me? It's actually crazy when I think about it now. So first of all, they signed me to this club where it was like a Jesus worshipping club. And then, you know, the beads, because Catholics have the beads as well, which is, it's so cool how,
but
like,
they have the, wait, actually, do they have a cross or not?
Yeah, they have a cross on it. there's so many similarities to like Orthodox Christianity and Islam, but they gave me the beads, and then we were doing like singing gospel stuff. Oh, this is so crazy. It's not even the worst part of it. Like, obviously, it's the fact that they didn't respect my boundaries as a Muslim, like my mom. I didn't know English at the time, so they did like this assembly thing, and then, you know, the bread and wine?
Yeah.
They gave me bread. They gave me wine.
Oh my.
I don't know if it was actual wine. Obviously, we all forgive. I don't know if it's actually, no, it's blackcurrant juice in it.
I don't know what it is. I don't know, because my mum's actually Catholic, and I've only ever seen her do that once, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what we have. Are they allowed to do that?
I don't. My mom once.
Did you tell her?
Yeah.
Imagine if you didn't tell her though.
My mom went into the school, right, and then she started cussing so much.
So bad.
And then she took us out of the school to the school that we went to.
Everything happens for a reason. Obviously, it's not a good thing that happened, but that could have happened later on. Do you know what I mean? So you could have still been there.
And then they were like, okay, but if you knew that your children are Muslim, why would you put them into the school thinking it's a Catholic school?
My school, like the school I went to, was a Christian school, but they accepted everybody, and even to the extent of like days like, okay, you're not supposed to go to the church. Like when they went to church for like Christmas or like carols and stuff, if you didn't want to go, and I didn't understand at the time, because there'd be people that like, no, we're not going. I was like, huh? And then I didn't understand, but if you didn't want to go, you didn't go. And then it was a Christian school. They took us to trips to the mosque. Do you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
I remember when
that time.
you and your brother led it. You led the trip. Like,
did we?
Yeah, you took us to the mosque, and it was nice. Like, I can't believe that.
No, honestly, I think I'm traumatized. That was a traumatic experience for me.
But yeah, I do get what he's on about though. It is like predominant for Jamaicans to follow Christianity and stuff, but maybe it's something that needs to, that like if you bump into someone that's like that, just teach them or something, like guide them.
Very true. We have a message on WhatsApp that says, nice talk, wallah.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. We have about 2 minutes left, so I'm going to answer one and then we can come back to it after the ad break. So, free mixing of male friends.
I think this is very hard when you brought up as a child as well in the school with lots of, like, do you know what I mean? Like in primary school, you have guys and girls, so you think it's normal. Do you know what I mean? You wouldn't think that you shouldn't do that. And then I've only recently realised that guys and girls can't be best friends. Do you know what I mean?
So
like,
true.
For me, I have had there's male people that I know. Tell a lie. I do know male guys that do have good intentions, and I do know someone that is friends with a guy and she's a female, and like there's nothing. But for me, it's just a case of, for me personally, I just think it doesn't work properly. So I understand why free mixing is there, like not allowed, and
You
like
do, yeah.
why it's just things like
Like I agree with that as well. Like most of my, let me think. No, I don't have male friends anymore. Because like they were back in secondary school, and at that time I didn't know it was haram to have male friends. But it's like all of them found me attractive, and they all said it to me.
And I think it's so hard. It's so hard
crazy.
It's like, what do you do? Like, what do you want me to do about, like? And they tell you, but like, what do you want me to do about that? Like,
it just kills the dynamic so much, because I thought we was bros. Yeah. Like I thought me and you were G's.
And it's hard. I think when your intention's different to theirs, it's so hard. So yeah, but I don't know. But then it's a case of as well, even culture-wise for me, like so for example, my dad has a friend. If he has a friend and his friend has a son, what do I do then? Because obviously we don't see each other in that way, but it's kind of like a family friend, but we're not family friends. You know what I mean? So is that classed as free mix? Do you know what I mean? Because like we're not related in any way, but it's a guy and we know each other through family and stuff. Like even like multiple. My dad has lots of friends, and
I have a lot of family friends as well. And
like and there'll be males and stuff. Like so, it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you do? How is that class? Like what? Because I'm not looking at them in that way, and I don't think they are looking at me in that way.
Yeah.
But like I know them through family, and so I don't know. It's a struggle. I think it's so hard.
I'd say keep your distance.
Yeah.
Like to whoever wrote that comment, if you do have male friends, basically don't unnecessarily go out your way to speak to him. If it's because he's your classmate, okay, cool. What's the homework? Yeah, little like short combo, dead combo. But don't take it outside the classroom, basically.
But I think it's something that happens with time, though, because even with me, I did have male friends, like, and it's just something that I've just like with distance. But yeah, we'll carry on. I'll carry on this conversation after the ad break.
We still have a few seconds left, but yeah, as we said, we'll carry on the conversation because it's getting juicy. Do you know what I mean? So thank you guys for the questions, and we'll be back shortly. Jazakallah khair.
replacing windows in your home? Here at AK Windows, with over 30 years experience manufacturing and installation, we can provide you with premium and affordable UPVC, aluminium windows and doors, roof lanterns, composite and bifolding doors. We offer a free quotation on all work with our selected range of windows in grey, white and much more. We can also repair window and door locks with glass repairs too. We also supply to the trade. Call today for a free quote on 01902 421 500. AK Windows.
Are you looking for a new challenge? A chance to be your own boss? Becoming a driving instructor is a lot easier than you think. Bespoke training is provided and franchise opportunities with guaranteed results. Or are you looking to get a full driving license? Well, look no further. For a complete package from translated theory classes to driving ability, securing your freedom to the future. Contact us today by calling Ash's Driving School on 07402 362 717. Wolverhampton and surrounding areas. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Learn by taking the right turn.
Mubi Bass Electronics, specialist in car audio and home entertainment. Suppliers of leading brands, Samsung, Sony, and Panasonic. We supply and fit all car audio systems, top brands, Kenwood, Bose, and we're an authorized supplier of Vibe product. Visit our store online at mubibass.co.uk and order today for next day delivery. Mubi Bass Electronics are proud sponsors of Wolverhampton Wanderers FC. Call us today for a free quote on 01902 754 546 and quote Ramadan 20 for 10% off. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Mubi Bass Electronics, specialist in car audio and home entertainment.
Little Dessert Shop, UK's leading dessert franchise, continues to deliver happiness in Wolverhampton. Order from Just Eat, Uber Eats and Deliveroo. Visit us at littledessertshop.co.uk and contact your nearest branch. From all at Little Dessert Shop, we wish you a blessed Ramadan and a happy Eid.
Ready for a new career? Ready to be an engineer? Get ready, get set, get training. Become a qualified domestic gas or electrical engineer with the potential to earn up to 45k by enrolling onto one of our bespoke, accredited, industry-recognised training courses at our purpose-built training centre in Wolverhampton. For more information, visit our website gettraining.com or contact us on 01902 583 941.
It's mega deal time right now at Salsa Grill. Any size pizza, a buy one, get one free, with free medium fries. Any curries with 4 roti, just $6.99. Any single burger meal, just $3.50. Masala fish with fries or a naan, only $4.50. It's all here and much more at Salsa Grill, 27 Broad Street, Wolverhampton. Order on Wolverhampton 312 314 or online through Just Eat, Uber Eats or by searching Salsa Grill Wolverhampton.
Mina Bazaar, one of the UK's biggest collections of Asian bridal wear and fashion. Established for over 25 years, we're now showcasing and taking orders for our brand new catalogue. We have Mina Bazaar's men's bridal wear. We'll be stocking the very best in groom sherwani, fashion kurta and waistcoats. Book an appointment today and get 15% off during Ramadan at Mina Bazaar, 184 Ladypool Road, Birmingham, B12 8JS by calling us on 07970 265 956. Spice up your iftar with traditional spices and flavours from Indus. We go to great lengths to source only the best in Far Eastern flavours, with a wide range of spices, pulses, lentils and essentials for your kitchen cupboards. From our hot chili powder to our range of beans and pulses. Find our range in leading local supermarkets and retailers. Indus, the world's finest foods. Your tyres are essential for safe driving. They're the only link between your vehicle and the road. At Premier Tyres, we proudly stock leading tyre brands such as Goodyear, Michelin, Pirelli and more. We're also your go-to garage for MOTs, servicing, exhausts and all your mechanical needs. With the most affordable prices in town, unmatched quality, knowledgeable and fully qualified mechanics, we will look after your car no matter the make or model. Premier Tyres, Crown Street, WV1 1PX. Call 01902 455 684 or visit premiertyreservices.com.
Every Ramadan, many around the world remain hopeful of your zakat and sadaqah, to see them through their toughest days. That's why your charity not only improves lives, but saves lives. Give hope to millions around the world from your hands, through Muslim hands. Hope is never lost when we place our trust in Allah. Hold on to hope and help save lives. Visit muslimhands.org.uk today.
This is Ramadan Radio, your local voice, your local Muslim radio. Go to RamadanRadioWolves.com and donate to your local mosque.
Hi.
Wait, what mic number am I?
You're on.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back.
Sorry, I had a little technical difficulty.
I forgot the mic number, guys. Anyways, you're listening to RamadanRadioWolves.com. Please do follow them on their Instagram at Ramadan Radio Wolves and their Facebook.
The death
Ramadan
of a loved
Radio
one
Wolves.
is a very emotional and
We are Defying
challenging
the
time
dunya,
for the
a group
family
of Muslim
members of the
sisters
deceased.
talking about,
Al-Mu'min funeral
conversations
services have been
on
supporting
topics, so
families
please
across
do
the
follow us on
UK since
Instagram at
2005.
Defying the Dunya,
Their
on
professional,
TikTok at
experienced
Defying
and
the
quality
Dunya,
service
and
ensures the
Apple
whole process
Podcasts,
from release
Amazon
from
Music,
hospital
and
to
Spotify.
burial is taken care
So
of
we're going to
respectfully
continue on
and
to
efficiently.
the topic
They also
where the sister
specialise
said
in worldwide
she's struggling with having
repatriations,
male
assisting to
friends.
take
Like
loved ones to
remixing,
Pakistan,
yeah.
India,
I
Bangladesh,
can't even
Iraq
remember
or
what the last thing I
anywhere
said was, but I
worldwide.
think it was just
Al-Mu'minfunerals.co.uk,
what
your
we
trusted
saying,
funeral
but it's along
You
the
was-
service.
lines of like,
Do you have
do
a
you remember what
family
I was saying?
member that's
Yeah,
passed
so-
away?
Okay.
and you'd like someone to
Like
assist
how it
you in
is for
legal
you,
advice?
like having male
Kenneth
friends,
Jones
like
Solicitors
your
has been
intentions
providing
are
legal
different to
services for
No, yeah, I get you.
businesses
Like,
and
so
individuals
for me,
since
if I was to be
1986.
friend a
We
male, my
specialise
intentions
in
are different.
probate,
Like, I'm
Islamic
not being
wills,
friends with
and
him because of like attraction and like stuff like that. It's for me, it's a bond, and then I think I don't know. I think some guys probably might feel the same, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think the thing is, with me, the male friends I have, I know it's nothing serious. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know the male friends. Well, I don't have male friends. Hang on. Wait. I used to have male friends. I don't have male friends anymore. But the male friends I had, I knew it wasn't a that thing. Like, I knew it was just platonic.
No, I get you. And I think because we was at school, we were surrounded by it, so we had to be not forced to, but because that's the people around you, you kind of make friends with the people around you. So, but when you leave school, it's a bit different. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not always surrounded by them. But yeah.
Technical issues.
I think you got a message. We've got another message.
No, you've got 4 messages there.
We can still see the
Sorry, guys. Few technical issues. So the male friends I used to have, I knew it was a platonic thing, so I knew it wasn't. But when they started making like they started making comments like, "Oh yeah, I find you attractive," or like sending me certain videos and like you, I know what you're trying to say. Yeah, like.
But I was saying saying how I feel like it's something that happens over time. So the intention, like you might be speaking just to be friends, and then over time, it just happens that because you have that such like a connection, it like the idea of the way they view you is different to how it was at first. Like we're just friends, we're just chilling. We share the same like interests, and then they end up saying, "See, oh wait, actually, she's very nice. She's very nice looking." Do you know what I mean? So I think that's why it's hard. But then I also think it kind of like becomes easier for you. Like, so for me, I've realised that I don't really have a lot of contact with male people that I used to speak to a lot. And I think that's just happened over time, just because the more you kind of like grow towards something, like you have different things, then you realise that you want to go and do something that I don't want to do. So we just don't really speak, like we just distance. Same as soon as I left high school, I didn't really speak to the same people from high school, like male-wise.
Same.
So like it just kind of happens. Like when you surround yourself with different things, you don't have to kind of speak to guys. So it's just something that will happen. The beep's throwing you off.
Yeah. So with me, I was just saying for you, sister, like, I know you might not think it's not a that thing, right? And I know you might think it's platonic, but trust me, 3 times, something is going to grow out of it.
Even if it's not from the guy, it could be from the girl.
It could be from you.
It could be, from you. Like,
And you might be listening to it like, what, me? Catch feelings for him? Like, no, that's bro.
That's bro.
You never know. Like, if you actually have attraction, physical attraction with one another, then, do you know what I mean? Like, it's a bit of a sticky one.
No matter how many times you say it's my guy bestie, like.
Yeah, that's not your guy. You might be screaming, that's my guy, but that's not your guy. It's not your guy at all. But next question.
Mixing and free mixing in weddings. I think that's very different, like, to this now, because it's, again, like, I think weddings is going to be hard because it's two different families, so there might be like females from one family and then there's females from the guy's family, like that's going to be hard. But then again, it's just a case of you kind of like, you just be respectful about it, because there's going to be free mixing everywhere basically. Like, even at work, you can't choose to work at like just all female.
Very
like
true.
your boss might be a guy, so I think it's just a case of how you approach it. Like, it's inevitable, because like for example, anyone's wedding, there'll be guys and girls there from family, because it's family. You can't say, oh yeah, can't come because there's females coming. Like, so yeah, at weddings, like, free mixing, it's just something that will happen, but as long as it's done respectfully and in a nice way, then it's fine. Like, lower your gazes, guys. Like,
that's the thing. Like, sometimes you actually can't help but be in a free mix environment, so like you were saying, lower your gaze.
Yeah, you can be in a free mixed environment. I could literally be in a room full of guys. As long as my gaze is lowered, that's what I'm not trying to, like, do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to do anything around with those guys. So, well, yeah. And then with the music, literally, that was our struggle as well, culture-wise, because there's normally music at weddings. Like,
that one there.
Yeah, that's something that we're all on a journey to figure out, like, how to come across that.
I actually want to see how people go about it.
Because I don't see like. Obviously, I see weddings on my feed and stuff, but it's normally cultural ones of like family. Like, obviously they do say as well, no phones, like, for pictures and stuff. Out of respect, but still, there's music, everyone's dancing. Like, you never know in the future. I hope I don't, but I could end up having music. I don't want to be like, nah, I'm not gonna have music, because I don't know what can happen. Anything can happen, but it's just finding out, like, doing more research on it. Really, I think like that's what we need to do as well.
We are human at the end of the day, so we can fall short at certain things, but it is actually a sticky one. But I'd advise, if you really truly believe strongly in the matter of not having music at your wedding, that's fine. You can have nasheeds. You can make it where it's like, if you don't want a free mix wedding, the sisters are on one side and the brothers are on one side.
But even then as well, music wise, we're forgetting that there can be like, it could be like normal lyrics, as long as the lyrics are fine. It doesn't have to have a beat. Do you know what I mean? Or like, it could be like music made with the voice. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And like, as long as it's not imitating the music. I don't know too much about it, so I don't want to put, but like, if you can find that, like, a substitute, it still kind of plays into both favours. It's halal, but it's still, it's not music, but it's song. It's something in the background.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As long as the lyrics are fine, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not very...
They need to make more songs out there like that.
For us. Not songs, like, but do you know what I mean? Like, substitutes and stuff.
That's what I meant. My bad.
No, yeah, I get you. Because I feel like I'm classing songs as with music. But songs more than music.
It is. Someone said they struggle, well, not they struggle, but in their culture, shisha, it's seen as halal just because many people in my culture do it, and music, and this is the Somali. So she's saying there's a lot of shisha and music in a culture.
And because it's normalised to smoke shisha, because it's not really, I don't even know what it is.
There's no fine.
It's not, like, it's no different to vaping, I think. Like, it's the same thing, like, as shisha. So I understand. I think it's hard when, if everyone else around you, like your family as well, they're saying it's halal, you're going to think it's halal, even though it's not. So that's just something that you just have to kind of like find. But I think culture-wise, it's hard. When it's part of your culture, it's like, I don't know. Like,
that's all you know.
Yeah, and sometimes your culture is you. Do you know what I mean? So like, to not do it, you're probably thinking like, what? Like
part of me is missing.
Yeah, but it's just, again, separating culture and religion. I can't really speak too much on it because I don't really like know about shisha and stuff like that. So
I mean, I do a tiny bit. Shisha is a big part of my culture, like very, very big part of my culture. And I'm not trying to out anyone. I'm really sorry. I'm not trying to out anyone, okay? But like, most of the male people in my family have done shisha, right? But basically, because you don't know if it's makruh or haram, there's like a debate about it. But what my opinion is like, just stay away from it.
If you don't know.
That's what I mean. Like, you're more closer to haram than halal if it's at the point where you're like, I don't know if it's hated or if it's haram. But yeah, it's a big part. But, you know, may Allah make it easy for anyone who likes to smoke shisha. And it's not... Yeah. Let me see if I have any other
And
questions.
then the music as well, because obviously if it's music in their culture, they might think it's normalised. Even like for me, so like bashment or like reggae and stuff, that's my culture, that's my music in my culture. So it's like separating that, do you know what I mean, like from religion, and like, no, I can't listen to that. So
it's crazy because growing up, like, I grew up Muslim on the fundamentals of Islam, but then that culture was still there. It was still like, yeah, you grew up on Sudanese music, but it was never a thing where I was told that music was haram. So that's why I only just began to find out recently that music is haram. And obviously it's a journey for everyone, and no one's just going to stop listening to music
100%.
straight away. But
And as well, it's just where you're surrounded. Even like culture-wise, in the UK, we are surrounded by music. You go into the shop, there's music playing. Like you go into McDonald's, there's classical music playing for some reason. I don't know why, but that's what they do now. So it's like no matter where you go, and imagine if you want to sit there and eat your food, like there's music playing. You can't really go la 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 la. I don't want to listen. Like, so it is hard.
But then you wouldn't get that sin because it's not you who's deliberately playing the music.
Yeah, it isn't. Anything else? Any more questions?
No, I don't think so.
But we can like speak about how, like, I feel like with these questions, what I've noticed is we kind of relate. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's nice to see that other people, like, they're not alone and we're not alone. Like, it's just a journey we have to kind of go through. Do you know what I mean? Like, we have to try and figure out, like, not loopholes, but ways to like work both and mix both the culture and your religion,
without
just
losing your identity.
Yeah. 100%, because I feel like culture is part of your identity, but now for me it's new. So is my religion. My religion is just, that's kind of who I am, because I make Islam my personality trait. I don't want to be going around saying this something, and then I'm getting married and there's people smoking outside my.
This is such a big deal for me, because I feel like I present myself as, I don't know. Okay, I present myself as religious. Not intentionally, it's just the way I speak. I'm very passionate when it comes to Islam. So people might think that, you know, I don't listen to music, I don't do this, I don't do that, and not trying to out my sins, but like,
we're not perfect.
Yeah, like, if you're listening to this podcast, please do not take everything that we say as perfect and fact, and
and we're not trying to tell you like you need to do this, like we do this, so like, it's not like that. Or we're literally on a journey, and that's what we're trying to document and just help each other with. You know what I mean?
That's why we call it Defying the Dunya. We're just trying to defy.
We're trying to live with this dunya, man.
It's
and just
so hard
because there's struggles. But then you know what else has come from ahead, family wise and culture wise, within the Jamaican culture. Disciplining children is way different, because like, you're allowed to, like, not allowed to, but a lot of Jamaicans do beat their children. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I literally had a debate with my cousin the other day, because she was saying how in the Quran the Bible's in it, and you're allowed to hit your child and stuff. And I literally messaged me, I'm like, you're allowed to hit your child? But it's again called like being raised with that, if that's how you was raised with your parents, because Jamaican people do it's not like that in Islam. Like you explained to me.
I grew up like,
carry on.
Yeah, like that getting disciplined by hitting, that is a big part of many cultures, many cultures.
I'm not saying it's just Jamaican cultures, but for me it's just like what I know.
I know, and it's crazy because it's actually not morally correct with Islam. And wait, your cousin, she said that the Bible is in the Quran.
She said something along, like not the Bible, but something.
She means like the Old Testament.
Yes, I think she said that, and then she was like, "You're," and I was thinking, well, I've never read the Old Testament, so I have no idea what was. But I was like, God would never say you can batter your children. Like, why would he say that?
No,
like,
and when it comes to self-discipline, I know now. Like when I get children, I know I'm not going to self-discipline them like that.
Yeah,
like because
there's discipline and there's
but there's a fine line between abuse and just a little tap on the shoulder.
But yeah, that's cool. I feel like I link that with culture wise, just because I do think it's a part of Jamaican culture. Because
to discipline your child.
Yeah, but in that, to that extent, I'm not saying all Jamaican people do that. Not all Sudanese people do that, but it's just something a lot of us we do. Like, not us, I don't do that, but a lot of Jamaicans do.
It is part of my culture as well. We have a message saying, "Hello, my name is Khalid. Is makruh the same as haram?" Do you want to clarify, or should I clarify?
Because I don't really know a lot.
You know more. So, hello, Khalid. Makruh means hated. So it means that when it comes to like an Islamic topic such as shisha, for an example, there's not enough evidence to say that it's clearly haram, because it's ambiguous. Do you know what I mean? But haram means haram, like Allah has told us in the Quran. He shows us like haram is haram. So that's just a clarifier. Hope that answers your question.
That's good. I think that's something that needs to be spoken about a lot as well.
Yeah,
because I don't really, not that I don't know the difference. I do know the difference between haram, but I didn't know about that. Like, I see videos on it. So, like, for example, you're not supposed to, when you're on the toilet, you're not supposed to speak, apparently, because it's not liked. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but if you're, like, washing your hands, you're allowed to. So, it's
I didn't know these little things.
I saw it today.
I mean, I don't speak on the toilet.
I don't want to put it out and say, because I don't want to spread false information.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I did see a video and it was, I don't want to pronounce it because I'm not going to pronounce it right, but that, what you just said.
Makruh.
Yeah, that's what the person said.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Yeah, because there's like halal, which is obviously permissible. There's makruh, which is like hated. There's haram, which is impermissible. And then there's sunnah, like
things that
are like part of the
suggested
prophet.
and- yeah, I get you.
So there's a lot of things that are sunnah. Like, for example, you know when you pray and then you say the second verse, that's sunnah. I didn't know that was sunnah.
Really?
So after Fatiha, wait.
What, when you recite a different.
Yeah,
like,
that's sunnah.
But yeah, because it's not. I thought you had to recite like a surah after you say it. But you,
No,
know,
you
can,
don't.
you can. But I didn't know. But obviously, I'm gonna keep doing
No,
it. But,
yeah, keep doing that.
Yeah, but I thought you had to, like, it's mandatory to, like, but you don't.
I
so.
thought that too. But then I like how it's been such like embedded within like,
I
everyone's
like that,
practice.
I like that people. It's
Yeah.
kind of nice to think that because
It
it's
is.
just natural. You don't have to. I think you kind of be lazy and you'll be like, oh, I don't have to do that. So let me just.
Yeah.
So
Like
but-
if you still stick to do that. And I'd also say like, you know, eating with your right hand, that's sunnah as well. But I think it's like I don't feel right eating with my left hand.
No, I don't either. No one does that. But then, for me, growing up, I've never been allowed to eat apart because with like culture-wise, it's bad to eat with your left hand. Like it's something to do with the devil. I can't remember properly. I don't want to. But yeah, so I think a lot of people in society, you just eat. Even with growing up in the British, like in the olden days of the British, like you're supposed to eat with right. You got punished for writing or
Is
doing
it?
anything with your You got punished for doing things with your left hand. So
Oh my
It's
god!
just like
There
a
was this
natural
one
thing.
time in primary school where I'm traumatized by this as well. So I was eating, right, and I didn't know the Brits found it very disrespectful if you put your elbow on the table whilst you're eating. And this girl, she was like, "Wham! You've got your elbow on the table. You're eating. You disgrace." I was like, "What's going on?"
it's not that deep.
I was like,
I
I felt hurt.
I don't think I've been aware that I do it. I don't think I do it. I don't know if I do, but no one's ever said that to me. I feel like in primary school, people were just being silly. Like they probably got told that by their parents. And
Yeah.
thought, let me implement it here.
Yeah, very
That-
true.
But a disgrace. Just for
I don't eat with my elbows on the table.
No, but like if you're
But-
eating with one hand, you probably would place it. Do you know what I
I
mean?
don't know what I was doing, but I've never forgotten that. Yeah. There's just it just goes to show that there's certain practices or things that you say to your children, which they're going to end up passing on to their friends. So
Yeah.
raising a child is like a big thing.
And yeah, it is. And raising a child as well, so they're aware of their culture and knowing the history behind it, and then also knowing the history of their religion and how to like mix both. And that's what I want to make sure I'm prepared for, like prepared to teach even my siblings, because my siblings are growing up, they're not Muslim, but if they do want to revert, I want to be able to tell them. They might be like, but we listen to music, was that a wedding? Like I want to be able to answer their questions and show them and guide them. Any family members, you know what I mean? So.
And
Yeah.
with Islam, it's like knowledge is a journey, so you just keep learning.
Yeah.
I have a question. How do you think? Okay, so interracial relationships in Islam. What do you think about that?
I love it. And then I found out that it's like God loves it. Not God, but you know what I mean? Like
It's sunnah, I think, because
And-
the Prophet.
Because growing up culturally as well, if you're Jamaican, you can't. Like, not a lot of Jamaicans like you to marry out of.
Is
like,
it?
Not marry out of Jamaicans, but like your race, really. Like you marry
Okay.
black.
Black,
like
oh, yeah,
like, I'm not saying
pro-black.
all, yeah.
Yeah,
But like,
yeah.
but then I think that's just generational trauma of being treated bad by white
Yeah.
people in the past. So like, why would you want to be with someone that oppressed you?
Yeah.
But that's just like over time. It's just gone. But then, like for me, what I know is just stereotypes of if I was to be like an African guy, it would be like, oh yeah, but does he do this? Da, 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 da. But other than that, for me personally, I wouldn't take that into any
Yeah.
notice. I'd do like interracial, like
I think it's
Yeah,
very
but-
beautiful.
I do think it's beautiful. Obviously, you have your preferences and stuff, but I do agree with it. I do think it's nice.
But I understand why people want to stay within their culture. You know, that's all they know.
Yeah.
So it's like
But
marrying
it-
outside your culture is a bit.
Yeah. But I feel like it's sad when your parents are like, no, you have to do let your child. Because I feel like as well when you're told that you have to, you kind of want to not go against it, but you know what I mean. Like you don't really stick. Whereas if it's just something that just naturally happens. People are beautiful, do you know what I mean? If anything, teach your child to be with someone that's good. Show them the people they're supposed to be with, not just based them off the skin colour.
It's the character. It's like the Islam.
It's who they are.
Manners,
And that's what I like about Islam. It's more than just a skin colour and it's about if they're on deen or like what they're like as a person. Even with the people you surround yourself with, like that's one thing I'm happy my parents never said, just surround yourself with black people. Like they haven't said that, so it's nice that I can be surrounded by Muslims that are different races and
Wow. I would also say like people confuse parents saying you can't marry outside your culture and say that's Islam, but it's not Islam. It's not. What they're saying to you is so anti-Islamic, and if they don't approve a wedding or like a man or a wife for you because of the culture, that's haram. Like if you know that his deen is good and he's praying 5 times a day and whatever he's got going on, he's got good going on for him, if they literally say you can't marry him, then that's not good for the parent to do.
I still think it's similar with friendships as well, though. Like even if your parents say, I don't want you to hang out with that person, like if that person's a good person on deen and they're helping you grow closer towards God, you kind of like, you just kind of have to just, I don't know, not disrespect your parents, but you have to try and see what's going to help you and what's best for you. Do you know what I mean?
Just because your parents say something is halal or like something is haram or something is like...
It doesn't always... You always... Even no matter who, like, you could tell me something and obviously I trust you and I know you would, but I would still do research on it. Do you know what I mean?
Please
like,
do.
You don't always listen to everything. Like, obviously listen, but you have to make sure you have, like, proof. There's always proof. Like, where does it say this? Or, do you know what I mean? Like... And that's again with culture, like just because your culture does it, look in the Quran, does it say that you're supposed to do that? Do you know what I mean? So, well, that's just something that I need to do as well. Like, it's not just, I'm not saying that's what you should do, like, that's for me. I need to do that as well.
Yeah, same. I need to detach myself a bit more away from my culture because there's a lot of haram practices in my culture. So it's a struggle. I understand why it's a struggle. And sometimes people, they're in a position where they have to pick between their culture or their religion. Because if they abandon their culture, it's like they abandon their family and they abandon everything they know. And then if they abandon their religion, then they're abandoning their Lord.
And themselves. You're kind of like split in half and it's so hard. And that's why I can't really like say a lot for other people's cultures because I'm not really struggling like that. Do you know what I mean? Whereas other people might be going through a lot of struggles like culture-wise and is like religious-wise. So I rate you like, may God make it easier for you, man.
I understand how tough it might be.
Yeah, it's so tough.
It is. So we've got 2 minutes and a half left. Anything like last words of advice, to summarize this episode about culture, society, Islam?
I think, if anything, it's a case of just being scared of what other people say within the society and culture-wise. Like, you might be scared that like there's aunties or uncles that would be like, have you seen her? Like she wears hijab, she's gonna do you know what I mean? But it's like, do not care what other people say. Even relating back to the questions we had, like wearing modest clothing and hijab and stuff, like, and being scared of people judging you, because you're gonna be scared of stepping out in like an abaya. If I was to I don't think I'm brave enough. Do you know what I mean? Like, for example, when we went to Leicester, we went to go see Mufti, and stepping out in hijab was comfortable because no one knows me there. But if for me to walk around Wolverhampton, people are gonna look at me. I'm scared, but no one's gonna look at me. No one cares. Like, I've been going gym with hijab on, and I'm scared that people are looking at me and they're gonna like, but no one looks at me. Like, no one cares. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's also something you have to kind of like implement with culture-wise, like family-wise and society. Because let's say they do speak about you. How long is it going to last? 2 seconds. Yeah. There's a new topic of someone else they want to speak about later. So.
And would you know? You wouldn't.
Yeah. And that's what I have to think about as well. Even if I have an idea someone's speaking about me, I don't actually know. So I can pretend they're not. And it's just think of it as a blessing. You've kind of etched you you're in their mind basically. They're seeing you in hijab and abaya. They want to talk about you. It's something that. They're triggered. Yeah, and if anything, it might make them they might be triggered because they're insecure to do it. So then they might research, and you might have inspired them. So don't be scared of thinking of what other people think when you could be inspiring others. You know what I mean?
SubhanAllah. So, you actually never know who you inspire as well.
100%. You might even inspire yourself, man. Like,
yeah.
Well, yeah.
So thank you guys so much for watching this and listening to this episode. This is episode 2, The Struggles of Living in a Non-Muslim Society, where we talk about religion and culture. Please do follow Ramadan Radio Wolves at their Instagram at Ramadan Radio Wolves and their Facebook at Ramadan Radio Wolves. And then you can watch the next episode live, www.ramadanradiowolves.com. And you can text in 07440 420 432. The telephone studio is 01902 972 150. And do follow us on our Instagram and our social medias at Defying the Dunya. Thank you. This is Weam Elmahal and Demeter, and we are over.